Okay, I've opened the pack of the vent assembly. These are the parts you're going to find inside. First one is the side rails. There are 2 of these. Next is the hinge. This piece is the piece that fits into the ridge section. We have the latch plate. Note this is the top of the latch plate. It's got the small lip on the top of it. The eave retaining plate. Now this plate is, it has a recess underneath and your glazing will actually slot into it. Next we have, this is the latch keep plate. This will actually install inside the greenhouse. And then finally, you'll find a small plastic pack which contains your latch and the 2 screws for mounting. What we've done now is we've done the same as we on the other sections. We've pre-installed our bolts loosely. Note the position of the bolt to the hinge, and the same with the latch plate. We have the small lap on the top and we have the bolt installed in that direction. To start the assembly, we've taken the hinge plate at the top and we're going to install one of the side braces to it. That will fit on there like so. Follow the same procedure with the latch plate. And then we have the main frame section of the vent. What we're going to do next. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the tape and we're going to apply the tape down this side. Now when we apply the tape, one side of the tape is sticky, the other side has the paper covering on it. Don't take the paper covering off. Leave it on there until you've got your tape applied. If you take it off, you'll tend to stretch the tape itself, and you won't get it even all the way down. So we start off and we're going to apply it from this end of the glazing bar up to the top on both sides, and then we're going to put one more strip down on the inside of the latch keep plate. Now we have the tape installed. This is the front end. I've turned the thing around so you can actually see the tape. We've got the tape running down the front edge here, up both sides. Now we're ready to install the glass. So I'm going to turn the unit around to face me. I've already removed the protective covering from the glass, and you'll note that when you put your glass in, you have a notice that says outside. This is the UV treated side, so that wants to be towards the outside of the greenhouse. Now to put it in, we slot it into the back, and it should go in underneath that lip on the rear hinge plate. Now one thing I must tell you to note is that one end of this unit is taped, the other end isn't. The end of tape goes up under the ridge of the hinged end. This is the eave retaining plate which we'll put on the end that's open. And you'll fit it on, as you can see, it's got a slot to it. And you'll just put it on and give it a push into place. We'll slide the unit up, and then the plate should drop down nicely inside the lip of the front latch plate. Now to retain this in place, we're going to take the clips and we're going to install the first of the clips. Like so. Note the position of the clip. We want it down near the front end. That will retain everything and hold it all down tightly on the seat. I'll show you again in close-up of how we do this. All of your glazing bars have the same setup. they have the small slot running down the back there. This is the area where we apply the seal. And this, if you look at it, it is arrow shaped. It's actually tapered up to the back underneath. That allows us to take the W clips, the glazing retaining clips out. We'll put the glazing clip in like that. The heel will drop down in that slot. The top end of the spring will fit up underneath that top lip. And then we just complete it by pushing in with our fingers and doing the same on the other side. And it's in place. You will find sometimes, and this is one of the major problems we have and one of the reasons we get a lot of calls from customers. When you put these clips in, they will sometimes have a tendency to go up underneath the back, but they'll fall in front of that slot behind the glazing. Now the best way to tell is, if you look at it from the side on, you can see that we've got a gap where the leg runs up to go inside. That is what you should look for. What you should have is a nice flush joint between the leg of the clip and the back face of the glazing bar. To install the vent into the greenhouse, first of all we need to take one of the stops and we slide that in to the hinge groove. Next thing is we take the vent itself, end of the vent, and slide that in. And we push those right across until we reach the position that we've installed the latchkey plate in position. The vent should drop down without catching the keep plate. If that's done, then you've set it in correctly. To open the vent, basically just position it where you want it, close the vent, just move your latch up there and it's out the way.